It's my first time trying out a YouTube live. The other day, in our live on TikTok, we put it on here, I discussed how the Wi-Fi and coverage areas, which are just circles of cell towers and Wi-Fi towers, can and do influence a person, their thoughts or emotions, and can cause them to think something they weren't already thinking. Today I wanted to take it a little further. I brought paperwork. I'll upload it afterwards. Let's see if we can do it like this. Can a smartphone communicate or gather and transmit ultrasound waves of any kind? Yep, they sure can. They sure can. That's important. Both smart dust concepts and the microchip sized like a dust mite chip can transmit those ultrasound waves. Yeah, they can. A lot of things in ultrasound waves. Your phone acts like a language translator. Look. Cell phone can absolutely do this. They can read ultrasound waves, convert them into data, turn them into radio waves, transmit them to cell phone towers. It's exactly how apps use ultrasound to send data across the internet. Look, it makes it travel a long distance. A nearby device like your smart TV and your laptop plays a hidden, high-pitched sound that humans can't hear. Your phone's microphone picks it up. The phone's internal computer turns that into data of ones and zeros. There's that binary code. Think of this like hearing somebody speak a secret code and writing it down. Wow. Once the phone has that digital code, it hands the code over to its internal cellular antenna. Yeah. Then it beams it out into the air. The faraway cell phone tower receives it, sends it along the internet or to the app company's servers. Look, example. You watch a movie. The laptop plays the secret ultrasound code that you didn't hear. Translates it into, hey, look, they're watching this movie. Sends it through radio waves to a cell tower, then to the advertising company, and then, a few minutes later, an ad for that exact movie pops up on your phone. So yeah, your smartphones and your smart TVs and your laptops and your devices and the Wi-Fi routers and uses biosensors pretty much to read everything about you. It listens to the background audio in every room you're in to decide what you're watching, what you're interested in, what you're thinking about, and then feed it back to you in ways that can sell it. So they can make you pay money to be interested in those things you were interested in already that, hell, maybe were you even interested in them, or did they feed you that thing you're interested in the first place? Yeah. There's more, though, because they have a lot of things that go inside your body that do the exact same thing. Then they don't need a smart TV. They don't need a radio. They don't need smart home devices. They don't need Alexa and Siri. No. They have smart dust. Developed here, says, by the Columbia Engineering, University of Texas, Dallas. Created a working single chip sensor. It is as tiny as a dust mite. Can only be seen under a microscope. It uses ultrasound waves to power itself. Send body temperature and blood pressure and other data back to your smartphone. That's been out for years. Dust. Dust that we could have all breathed in. How many times? It only takes one of those to read that data. How small do they stay? Shit. Traditional devices are big, but these are batteryless because they harvest tiny amounts of power directly from your body heat and movement. Did you catch that? They harvest people through, let's see here, thermoelectric harvesting. Body radiates heat. See? One side touches your skin, the other side touches the cooler outside, and electricity flows. Wonder if this is why so many people are having a hard time regulating their body temperature. How about body movement? Every time you breathe, even your heartbeat, these little sensors can capture the motion using two things, piezo and piloelectrics. Look, sweat. Look at that biofuel. Blood power. Breaks down glucose. I wonder if that has anything at all to do with the rise in diabetes and otherwise people craving sugar. Hell, ambient energy. Ultrasound echoes. Now remember, devices can capture stray radio signals like Wi-Fi are passing through the air. Remember, they're invisible and undetected. So couldn't a person have hundreds of these dust particles in them harvesting power and energy? And then couldn't a lot more energy be harvested from one person? Yeah, absolutely. Look, we had the exact strategy scientists are using today. Mangle for advanced medical networks. My asshole, more like main network for control. Yeah, scaling up the power. Man, you can gain a lot of milliwatt hours of energy that way. Free energy, anyone? I mean, everybody talks about Nikola Tesla energy and this energy and generating energy without electricity companies and stuff. And well, those people all they don't end up so well if they talk about the free energy. That's why today we're talking about the free energy they're gaining off of all of us. I wonder if that has anything to do with why they don't like it when we talk about the free energy. Probably. I'm gonna go with yeah. Scientists at Berkeley have already designed networks of these microscopic implants, often called smart dust and neurograins. They're designed to work together like a tiny team. They can target surface areas of your brain or muscles. Oh, look at this one. Each individual particle quietly sucks up a tiny drop of energy, such as glucose, from your capillaries. Betting we didn't give permission for that. I'll skip the next page. Could we harvest even more? Oh yeah, look, I'm not gonna skip it. Sure could. From large wearable devices. Oh yeah. You can generate a lot of power. Humans have a bioelectric field. Also, look at here. We're using self-powering threads that are completely undetectable. God, yeah. They've already been in use for 7 to 9 years. Energy harvesting fibers that are invisible to anyone looking at your clothes. Oh my God. Look at that. Let's see. Where are we going to go from here? Oh shit. Yeah, they've been doing this for a long time. Threads generating their own electricity. Ugh, there's that University of Texas using that twist-drawn yarn. Huh, from carbon nanotubes. Huh, well, University of Texas did it again. The washing machine milestone. You know, for years they were only laboratory settings because they couldn't get past the fact that these threads were getting beat the shit out of the washing machine, but all we had to do is, coat them in a invisible fucking layer that allowed them to survive the repeat cycles in the washing machine. Without losing any of their power generating abilities. Yeah, they've moved into the advanced field trials, probably into your local Walmart. You know, here it says military and emergency responders, but hell, how would we know? They're completely undetectable. You'd have no idea they were there. They achieve complete invisibility. Look at there. It's really strange. Exactly how much energy or power could these clothing pieces harvest? Well, a lot. Average person could do a lot. Completely undetectable. And it stays completely undetectable because, well, instead of stowing stiff wires and metal plates, they used sub-millimeter clothing threads and invisible, flexible, conductive polymers. I wonder how many Wayfair, Walmart, Target, clothing stores are using those. Tommy Hill figured. Okay, I don't know. Probably all of them. What electronics can these clothes charge? Well, smartphones, wireless earbuds, smartwatches, GPS units, all kinds of medical shit, temperature sensors, heart monitors. Direct local broadcast for internal body area network particles. They beam micropulses of radio waves down into your tissue to keep those tiny sensors running indefinitely. You know, this goes way far in. Who designed it? Technology was engineered by leading researchers. There's that University of Texas with the twister on. North Carolina State University got involved. Storage units are managed by the power management circuit. Weird. A noticeable part of the clothing. There's that automated artificial intelligence control. Because you don't need anything else. Because, well, you didn't know about it. Prevents your electronics from short-circuiting or overheating. Who of us out there have picked up your damn smartphone and it's been way too hot? Or your battery went from, you were at like 70-some%, but then 20 minutes later, that some bitch is at 2 and you don't know why. That would be because your smartphone is sucking your fucking life force out through its Wi-Fi signals. That'd be why. And you're uploading and broadcasting and just didn't know it. Yeah, how about this one? Here we go. Knowing all that hypothetically, could these smart threads work to introduce a vibration or a frequency into a human being from an external source? Yeah, they could. But I'm sure they're not doing that. Why would they? Of course. But if you push electricity, it says, into the clothes from an external source, the process reverses. Then they're not sucking up your energy only. Then they're feeding back those zeros and ones. Like a transmitter. It's really strange. You know, sending pulses of frequency into your everything definitely changes your vibration rate, doesn't it? It used to be called haptic feedback, but you know, now, under nefarious purpose, it would definitely be feedback, but probably not the kind that you're looking for. There you go. There's so much more. Maybe next time.